Hare Krishna. So, today we will see a very simple introduction to Bhagavad Gita. Basically, we will see that whether Bhagavad Gita is practical for us, why we should learn Bhagavad Gita, who should understand Bhagavad Gita, and what is the method of understanding Bhagavad Gita, and what we will get by understanding Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So, this is what we will see, but we will see it in a very, very simple terms. That's why I call this presentation Practical Application of Bhagavad Gita in Day-to-Day Life. It's good to know philosophy, but if we cannot apply philosophy day to day, there's no use of knowing philosophy. We are not trying to understand philosophy to become philosophers. We are trying to understand philosophy so that we can be happy. So that is the ultimate aim. So, what is the first question? The question is Gita applicable to me? This is the first question. It's okay. Go on. Is Gita applicable to me is the first question. This is the basic question we need to ask. Why? There could be many considerations. Gita is at least 5,000 years old. We have come 5,000 years forward after Gita. So it could be very dated. Whatever is told in the Gita, it could be very dated. That could be one consideration. Second is it is spoken in the battlefield. We are not in the battlefield. Nobody is trying to kill us. We are not trying to kill anybody. We are just trying to live some peaceful family life. So we can come this side a little bit. Otherwise you will feel isolated from the rest of the people. So it was spoken 5,000 years. We are just trying to explore the relevance of Bhagavad Gita. Does it make sense for us or not? This is what we are trying to find out. Okay. So it was spoken 5,000 years before. It could be very dated knowledge. It was spoken on battlefield. We are not on battlefield. We are simple householders. Neither we are trying to kill anybody nor anybody is trying to kill us. The biggest battlefield we face is sometime when husband and wife fight with each other, or when children fight with the parents. This is the time we have some battlefield situation at home. That is the maximum battlefield we face. Otherwise, we are not facing any battlefield. There is no more chariot, no more bow, arrow. Times have changed. We are not going in chariot. We are going in four-wheel drive. We are going in car. We are going in MRT. We are going in bus. Our method of transport has changed. Even when in the modern world wars are fought, they are not throwing bows and arrows at each other. They are throwing some missile and guns and what all and what not. So times have changed. We discussed this also. Most of us are not in the battlefield. We are not kings and generals. Bhagavad Gita was spoken to Arjuna, who was a king and he was a general. We are neither king nor general. So we have modern day problems. We have modern day problems. So modern day problems need a modern day solution, right? So considering all this, we may ask that is Bhagavad Gita relevant or not? Is today it is relevant or not? So in order to answer this question, we have to understand what prompted Krishna to speak Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Arjuna spoke a few things in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. So that prompted Krishna to speak Bhagavad Gita to him. So what are the concerns which Arjuna expressed in the battlefield? What was his problem? He put forth some problem. As a solution, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. So what were his problems? We should try to analyze those problems. So what is Arjuna's problem? Arjuna's first problem was how to increase happiness. If I kill all my people, with whom I will be happy? I need some people to be happy with. No. Happiness means not that you can simply sit alone and then you can be happy. Even if one child is alone, he cannot be so much happy. I think she needs to come inside. Come here. Come this side, no problem. I had morning breakfast, afternoon lunch, everything. I am not going to eat anybody. You can sit here. Don't sit on the floor. Okay. First Arjuna's consideration was that if I kill so many people, how can I be happy? Killing is not a good business. So if I kill so many people, how can I be happy? So his first consideration was how to increase happiness. What is second consideration was how to reduce misery. If I kill so many people, if I take the kingdom, I'll always feel miserable because all those people who killed, I will keep remembering them, that I killed this person, that person. How can I enjoy? I cannot enjoy. My life will be miserable. So how to reduce misery? What is the third problem? How to be peaceful? Why to do all this fighting, that, this? Why can't we just be peaceful? Why should we fight for such a big kingdom? Why should we make such a big fuss about this kingdom? Let's just give up all this kingdom business. Let us just be peaceful. How to be peaceful? How to have a nice family and society? You kill the husbands, wife will suffer. And if wives are suffering, then how the children will grow up? Because there is no husband, no wife. When both parents are not there, then children will suffer. They will not grow up to be nice children. Whole society will get spoiled. How to have a peaceful family, how to have a peaceful society. And finally, how to make proper decisions in life. These were the considerations of Arjuna which prompted Krishna to speak Bhagavad Gita. Now, can you relate to these things or you cannot relate to these things? You think that these are your problems also? Yes or no? Do you think that these are your problems also? Are you not facing the same thing? So, 5,000 years has passed, but the problem which the human being is facing has not changed. Circumstances have changed. We are going in car instead of chariot. We are not killing each other. All that is fine. But the basic problem of human being has not changed. So, Arjuna's problem is also my problem. Right? Is this clear? Whatever was his problem is also my problem. So, whatever solution which he requested should also be a good solution for me. Right? So, when Arjuna put forward so many of his considerations, so many of his problems, finally he actually summarized his problem in two pertinent questions. In two pertinent questions. And these two questions are very important. What are the two pertinent questions? The two questions of Bhagavad Gita. What is that? What is my duty? What is good for me? Right? Now let me tell you something very interesting. Till now in your life, whatever you have done only based on these two considerations. There is no third consideration involved in your life. You please try to think. Whatever you have done in your life till now, whether it is big, small, it doesn't matter. Whatever you have done in your life till now, you have simply done based on these two considerations. Either you have done things because it is your duty, or you have done things because it is good for you. What did you eat in morning today? Upma. Why did you eat upma?
Because my mom made it.
Yeah, your mom made it. You found it is your duty to eat upma even if you don't like upma. Normally people don't like upma, right? So you don't like upma, still your mom made it. What to do? It is my duty to eat whatever my mom made, so I ate it. Also there is another consideration. What is that? If I make faces in front of my mother, upma, what is this? Then what will happen? If you want something, you go and make, no. So that is not good for you. That is not good for you. So therefore you ate upma. You understood? Okay. So anything we do, from eating upma to coming to Singapore, okay, everything you have done based on these two considerations only. So the entire human life is just evolving around these two considerations. There is no third consideration involved in your life. I am challenging you. You try to find a third consideration. We are going to be here for an hour. You try to find a third consideration for what work you do. I am challenging you, there is nothing. If you want to say something, please say, don't worry. You see, is there a third consideration? Try to think about it. But there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that in general we find in this world, my duty interferes with other person's duty. What is good for me is actually bad for another person. Very simple. Very, very simple. Upma is good for your mother, but it is not good for you. Same way, falling sick is not good for us, but it is good for doctor because his whole profession depends on who is falling sick. When you are a customer, the profit of the shop fellow is not good for you, but it is good for him because he is running the shop because he wants to make some profit. But the more he makes profit, the more you have to pay from your pocket. His profit is not good for you. Eternally we are conflicted. Eternally we are conflicted in this society. Now there is India, there is Pakistan. There are soldiers standing 100 meters from each other. 100 meters from each other. Each fellow has a gun and each fellow has a duty. What is that? They are supposed to protect their border. His duty will kill the fellow on the other side. His duty will kill the fellow on the other side. The other side fellow's duty will kill the fellow on this side. Our duties are eternally conflicting. What is good for us is also eternally conflicting. So therefore, even though we have these considerations, what are those considerations? All these considerations we have. We are unable to solve these considerations because of this eternal conflict in these two things. In these two things. It's clear? Is this point clear or it is very complicated? It's clear, no? Yeah? So then, in order to find a solution to this problem, Krishna, first of all, is teaching us something very, very important. What is very, very important he is teaching us? He is teaching us the body problem. What problem? He is teaching us the body problem. What is the body problem? Body is temporary. Body is temporary. Even the stages which the body goes through is also temporary. Now in this group, we have the youngest kid who is sitting there to the eldest person who is sitting here probably, or maybe I am the eldest, I don't know. One of us, okay, are sitting here. At one point of time, I was also like her, same age, sitting and looking at the crowd. What these guys are doing, crazy fellows. Now I am sitting here, okay. Constantly this body is changing. Constantly this body is changing. So sometimes the change looks very nice. When you become from boyhood to youth, the change looks very nice. When you go from youth to old age, the changes are not looking so nice. So body is temporary. It's not rocket science to understand this. Body by nature is pain-giving. Body by nature is pain-giving. We think that body is pleasure-giving. We're trying to extract some pleasure from the body. But body by nature is actually pain-giving. Okay. You have a very close friend. Okay. And you are meeting that friend after a long time. That friend, out of great affection, gives you one slap at the back. So, do you feel pleasure or do you feel pain? Pain, no? But your friend only slapped you out of affection and out of happiness. Slapped you out of affection and out of happiness. So, if you are this body, your body should also feel happiness, not feel pain. Why you are hitting me like this? You say. So, like that, beyond a certain level, body can only experience pain. I always give this example. If you laugh too much, what will happen? If you laugh too much, stomach will ache, correct? So we know we have laughed too much. These kids are not laughing too much. They don't even know. They are all very serious in their life. So the younger generation nowadays is so serious, so stressed out. They have never laughed too much. They don't know that if you laugh too much, there will be stomach pain. But if you laugh too much, there will be stomach pain. But have you ever thought, I am so happy, why my stomach is giving pain? Have you ever thought like this? Did anybody teach us to ask this question? That I am supposed to experience happiness, why my body is giving me pain? Nobody asked this question. But this is called intelligence. We need to ask this question. So body by nature is pain giving. Body is always changing. We already discussed this. Body is always changing. Body is full of ignorance. Body is full of ignorance. We still clearly don't know what is happening within our body. 6 months back, 7 months back, I read in newspaper that scientists found some new gland within our body. Is one small body. Within that, till now they did not find that gland. Now they found that gland. Okay. In medicine, is any doctor here? Okay, good. In medicine, there is a condition called idiopathic condition. In medicine, there is a condition called idiopathic condition. You know why it is called idiopathic condition? Because you cannot find a reason for it. That is why it is called idiopathic condition. But what is the actual fact? The fact is that doctor is saying, I am idiot, Krishna is Pati. That is why it is called idiopathy. Krishna knows the reason, I don't know the reason. So, body by nature is full of ignorance. From beginning you have to learn standing line, sleeping line, everything. Then comes the worst part. What is that? One body is maintained by consuming another body, whether you like or you don't like. Whether you like or you don't like, one body is maintained by consuming another body. You can say, no, I am vegetarian, sir. I am not eating any chicken, mutton, fish, anything. But you are eating vendaka, lady's finger, right? In one lady's finger, how many seeds are there? Each seed has the right to become a plant. But you are frying that seed and then you are eating it nicely. And you are claiming, I am vegetarian, I am not killing life, right? The nature of body is that one body has to be destroyed to maintain another body. So bodily existence by nature is conflicting. Your existence is conflicting with all the potato, lady's finger, beetroot, all this. It is conflicting because you have to eat all those things. By nature, the existence of body is conflicting. So therefore, we cannot find something which is good for everyone, which is everybody's duty, on the consideration of body. On the consideration of body. Is clear? If at all, if you are able to find what is good for everyone and what is everybody's duty, conflict is over. Right? But the fact is that we cannot find it. Why we cannot find it? Because of these reasons. Even if you try to find something, because of the very temporary nature of the body, whatever you try to implement will simply go away. That's it. So therefore, what Krishna is saying one very important point. That whatever problem we are facing in our life, we normally think that due to a certain set of circumstances, we are facing this problem. I'll explain. Okay. I don't like Karela. I like gulab jamun. But my wife likes Karela. She doesn't like gulab jamun. Now what can I do? I cannot do anything about it because she is my wife. So she will make Karela. She will not make gulab jamun. So therefore, I tend to think probably I should have asked the lady whom I got married to before marriage that do you like Karela, do you like gulab jamun? And based on that, I should have taken my decision. But just because I married one lady who likes Karela and doesn't like gulab jamun, now I am suffering. I'm thinking like that. I am thinking that my problem is caused because of my circumstances. Normally we are thinking like that. We are thinking that our problem is caused because of our circumstances. But Krishna is telling your problem is not caused because of your circumstance. Your problem is caused because of your existence. There is a difference between these two things. Your problem is not caused because of your circumstance. Your problem is caused because of your existence in the wrong place. Okay. Why Krishna is saying that is because if you actually see all these points, our aspirations are directly opposite to all these points. Does it make sense? We don't want to be temporary. We want to be permanent. We don't want to die. Nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to live permanently. Okay? We don't want to experience pain. We want to experience pleasure. We don't want change. We don't like change. We like stability. Yes, Prabhu, please come. Come and join the party. If we cannot sit down, you can come and sit on this place. No, you are wearing jeans also. You are sure? You can always sit here.
I will, yeah. If I can't, I'll
Okay, good. Okay. Anytime you feel free to go and sit there. Okay. Yeah. So, by nature we are pleasure seeking. We are not pain seeking. By nature we are pleasure seeking. By nature we want stability. We don't want change. We don't want to keep changing. We want stability. By nature we want to know things. By nature we are knowledge seekers. By nature we want to know things. By nature we don't want to harm anybody. We don't want to harm anybody. So, if this is our nature, how did we end up with a body which is exactly opposite to our nature? Question number 1. Now, question number 2, where did this nature come from? If the nature of body is to give pain, where did this idea of seeking pleasure come from? Question number 2. By nature, if we are supposed to die, where did this idea of not wanting to die come from? It should not be there. If that is the nature, that we are dying, and we know it that we are dying, we should not have this idea that I should not die. We should accept it. We are going to die. This is natural. Everybody is going to die. There should be no fear of death. But we don't want to die. We have fear of death. We don't want to have pain. We are always aspiring for happiness. So that means there is some proper basis, or there is an existence in which these things are reality. There is an existence in which these things are reality. In that existence, there is no pain. In that existence, there is no death. In that existence, there is no change. In that existence, there is no ignorance. In that existence, everyone is happy. There is some existence like that. Based on that existence only, we are having these desires. Otherwise, if that existence is not there, there is no way we can have this desire. Like for example, a fellow in China doesn't know that idli exists. Maybe in Singapore they know. But a fellow in China doesn't know that idli exists. If he doesn't know that idli exists, he cannot have the desire to eat idli. As simple as that. Because that fellow doesn't even know that idli exists. So how can he have the desire of eating idli? It's not possible. So if we have some desire for something, that means there should be some existence in which it is possible. A very simple, straightforward logic. Okay. Like for example, I don't know what they eat in France. And I cannot even pronounce what they are trying to eat in France. So I have no desire of eating those things because I don't know and I cannot even pronounce them. So I have no desire of eating. But the French cuisine is supposed to be very good cuisine. There are connoisseurs of French cuisine. They like to eat French food, Italian food, like that. So therefore, very, very simple thing, that just because we have desires, there should be some basis for those desires. Because without the basis, there cannot be desires. So Krishna explores that basis of our existence. And in exploring that basis of our existence, Krishna is teaching us one very important thing. What is that? You cannot counteract the problem of material existence simply by some material solution. It cannot be counteracted by economic development and accumulation of wealth. Normally we think like that. The whole world thinks like that. So normally everybody is trying to make some plan for economic development. Countries are making, individuals are making, everybody is making plan for economic development. But the fact is that the people who are very rich, they are also miserable. You can see that there was one guy called Michael Jackson. He was a pop star when we were young, at our time. That fellow committed suicide. A very rich man. He had so much of money, but he committed suicide. So many people, even people I know who are very rich, they are not peaceful. The fellow who is poor, he is not peaceful because he is thinking, if I am rich, I will be peaceful. The fellow is rich, he is not peaceful. He is thinking better to be poor of having so much money. So the point is, circumstantial problems cannot be solved by circumstantial solutions. Why? Because the problem itself is not circumstantial. The problem is existential. We have not understood what is our actual existence. So therefore, Krishna takes it to this point, that what is my identity? What is my identity? So therefore, Krishna is educating us in Bhagavad Gita that I am a spirit soul. I am a spirit soul. And what is my nature? My nature is that I am with eternal life. I am full of knowledge. I am always happy. With ever youthful form. I am not my body or my mind. Unless we try to understand this, we cannot sufficiently answer that question. What is that? What is my duty and what is good for me? So, those two questions are driving our life that we already saw. The only two questions which are driving our life. What is that? What is my duty and what is good for me? So, first of all, I should understand who am I, then I can define what is my duty and what is good for me. If I don't even understand who am I, always the definition of what is my duty and what is good for me will always be wrong. So therefore Krishna says that first of all you understand your identity as spirit soul. Okay. So what do I think? I think that my happiness lies in accumulating material assets. I think that this is my success. If I am able to accumulate good amount of material assets, it is my success. Why do I want material assets? Because I think that this is the way I can enjoy. If I have facilities, I can enjoy. Why do I want to enjoy? Because I think that enjoyment of senses gives happiness to mind. Therefore, I am utilizing my intelligence simply to see how can I get these assets and then get my enjoyment. Where is the soul? I don't have any consideration for the soul at all. It is not in my equation. My original identity is not in my equation. So what Krishna is saying? Krishna is saying we are a spirit soul. And with intelligence we should understand this. We should try to understand this matter with intelligence. Understanding that I am not this body, I am a soul, is not meant for unintelligent people. It is meant for intelligent people. Because it requires some discrimination. And understanding this, we should try to fix the mind in our position as spirit soul and our duties as spirit soul. And we should use the senses in those activities which are meant to be done by a spirit soul. And we should use facilities for that. So, this is our consideration. What is that? Rat race, money, corporate, competition, goal, tongue, so many things. So, we think that our life is a rat race and we should keep running this rat race. But what Krishna is saying? Krishna is simply saying that your life is not meant for rat race. Your life is simply meant for accepting His divine grace. So, this is what Krishna is trying to tell us in Bhagavad Gita, that if we try to accept our position as a spirit soul, as someone who is eternally serving Krishna, in that position we can actually find the real happiness which we are looking for, and that position does not conflict with anybody, because ultimately everybody is having the same position. So that position is not conflicting with anybody. So now who can become devotee? This is a very important question, because sometimes people tell me that, oh, you are very lucky you became devotee. Now Krishna is dealing with this question in Bhagavad Gita. Who can become devotee? A person who is looking for money, wealth, facility. A person who is in difficulty, who wants to get out of his difficulty. A person who is simply curious to know God. A person who has already understood that I am a spirit soul. All these four people can become devotees. Is there a fifth category? No. There is no fifth category in this world. So what is the answer? The answer is anyone can become devotee. Anyone can become devotee. Anyone can understand the science of Krishna consciousness. Everyone has the right to be happy. Everyone has the right to be happy. So everyone can become a devotee of Krishna. Everyone can understand the science of Krishna consciousness. Then you may bring up this question. But there are many paths which is explained in the Vedic literature. So why are you only professing this path of Krishna Bhakti? There are many things which is there in Vedas. If you want to follow the path of Vedas, there are many things can be done. Krishna is answering that question. He is saying that you can get all the benefit of studying Vedas, performing yajnas, doing austerities, Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pratishtam atyeti yat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. Krishna says that simply by becoming devotee you can get all the advantage of following all the Vedic path. Okay. Number one. Number two, you may bring up this consideration. What is this consideration? But I still have so many things to enjoy in this world. Okay. What about that? What Krishna says? Krishna says, whatever you see in this world which is very nice, which is very powerful, which is very beautiful, which is very attractive, which is very majestic, which is very, very enjoyable, everything Krishna says that it is simply a display of Krishna's splendor. So therefore, there are so many nice things in this world. There is no problem in trying to appreciate them. But only thing we should appreciate them as connected to Krishna. As connected to Krishna. If we try to appreciate them independent of Krishna, then it becomes the cause of misery. If we accept them as connected to Krishna, there is no misery in that. Then another important consideration. What is that? I am praying to Muruga, I am praying to Ganapati, I am praying to Shiva, I am praying to Parvati, I am praying to Lakshmi. Throughout my life, this is what I have been praying to, and I have some loyalty towards them. My father taught me, when I was a small boy, he taught me one prayer. Paalam telidenum pahum kalandunakku venangum nan tharuven kolak karimugattu kumaniye nee enakku sangathamil moonrum pa. What does that mean? It means that milk, honey, gur, and other things. I will mix all of them and I will give it to God, Lord Ganesha. And praying to Ganesha, in return you give me Tamil. Give me knowledge of Tamil. So, when I was a small boy to when I was a young man, I was reciting the prayers to Ganesha. So, I do genuinely feel that whatever knowledge I have of Tamil, I got from Ganesha. Because from small age, I have been praying to Ganesha. I never gave him all those things, but Ganesha did his part. He gave me Tamil. So, I have good knowledge of Tamil. I have good command of that language. I can speak, I can write poetry, I can write drama. So, I always consider that this is Ganesha's mercy on me, that I have some knowledge of Tamil. So, naturally the question comes that how can I abandon those gods we have been praying? Will they not be displeased with me? So what Krishna says? Krishna says that all the 33 crore devatas are residing in the universal form of Krishna. So, by praying to Krishna, we are praying to all the devatas. We are naturally praying to all the devatas. We are not leaving one devata also. Sometimes people accuse ISKCON fellows that, hey, you people are all fanatics. You pray only to Krishna. Okay. Why? Because they don't know actually that we pray to all the 33 crore demigods. All the 33 crore devata we pray by praying to Krishna. No other person prays to all 33 crore devatas. They only pray to 5 devata, 10 devata, maximum 15 devata. They cannot pray to all 33 crore devata. But we pray to all 33 crore devata. Once I made some calculation. What is that? If you try to pray one devata 1 minute, and if you utilize the entire 24 hours of the day to pray to devata, you will take more than 625 years to pray to all 33 crore devatas. You just calculate. You can calculate. It will take more than 625 years. But we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In one Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we prayed to Krishna 4 times and another 4 times because Rama is also Krishna only. So 8 times we prayed in one Hare Krishna Mahamantra to 33 crore devatas. So who is better in worshipping the devatas? The person who worships Krishna is always better in worshipping the devatas. So it's also said in Bhagavatam that just by giving food to the stomach, you are able to give energy to the whole body. Just by giving water to the root of the tree, you are able to nourish the whole tree. Same way, simply by praying to Krishna, you are able to satisfy all the 33 crore devatas. So, none of them are left out. Ganesha is still happy with me. None of them are left out. All of them are taken care. Now, the question remains, how can I become devotee? Krishna also says that how to become devotee. Krishna says that you just approach a pure devotee and you surrender to him. And you make some enquiries from him how to practice devotion. By this process of surrender and enquiry, one can become devotee. It's not a very difficult process. Simply by the process of surrender and enquiry, we can become devotee. Now, another important question. What is that? How to identify the right person? Because in this time and age, everybody is claiming that I am great. Everybody is claiming that I am great. And especially, devotion has become like a big time business. The best money is there in devotion. If you want to make money, then you better get into devotion. You can make a lot of money. There are so many bogus people. At least half a dozen of them are sitting in Indian jail in India. At one point of time, they were all considered great gurus. Now they are rotting in jail. So, how to make out a genuine guru from a whole lot of fake people who are claiming themselves to be gurus? So, Krishna gives that formula also. That those great souls, they are always chanting the glories of Krishna and they are always worshipping him in devotion. They are never claiming that they are God. They are actually saying that Krishna is God. And they are only interested in one thing, that you surrender to Krishna and you be happy. They are not interested in anything else. They are only interested in this, that you surrender to Krishna and then you be happy. That's what they are interested in. So this is the symptom of a great personality. So what is that great personality telling you? That great personality is simply telling you that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, one can get the greatest benefit that anyone can get, because by chanting this simple mantra, one can attain devotion to Krishna. This is everyone's duty. There is no conflict in this. There is no conflict in this. And this causes auspiciousness to the whole world. We can see practically that ever since the International Society for Krishna Consciousness was started in the 60s, there's so much of talk about Indian culture, Indian way of life. Yoga has become a word which is universally accepted. People talk about karma. In West also they talk about karma now. People talk about yoga. People talk about vegetarianism. People talk about so many things. So this is what a worldwide movement of chanting the holy name can cause. It can cause auspiciousness to everyone. So therefore, if we simply take up this process, what is the process? This process is eating, singing and dancing. This is the process. You eat prasadam, you sing Krishna's name by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and you dance in front of Krishna. Simply by taking up this process, we can actually solve all problems of life. Because this is existential solution to circumstantial problems. This is what? This is existential solution to circumstantial problems. It brings you back to your original existence as a spirit soul, as a servant of Krishna, where you can be happy, you can be blissful, and you can realize your potential as a spirit soul. So it gives you existential solution to circumstantial problems. So this is what Bhagavad Gita all about. This is what Bhagavad Gita all about. So therefore, if we try to understand Bhagavad Gita, if we try to discuss Bhagavad Gita, if we try to read Bhagavad Gita, then Bhagavad Gita is like a manual. Like any machine you buy or any equipment you buy, they give a manual. That manual, they explain that how to give all different connections and how to approach, how to operate the machine and how to maintain the machine, etc. So if you have the manual, if you read the manual, you can utilize the machine properly. So this body is also like a machine. So Krishna is saying, Ishvara sarvabhutanam hirdeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. This yantra or this machine, which is given by nature to us in the called body, how to operate this machine properly and how to get the best advantage of this machine, Bhagavad Gita is the manual for that. So if we try to read Bhagavad Gita, if we try to understand Bhagavad Gita, if we try to live as per the principles of Bhagavad Gita, then we will find existential solution to circumstantial problems. So therefore, even today, Bhagavad Gita remains relevant for us because we are having the same problem and we are asking the same question and we are searching for the same solution. Okay? Thank you. If you have some questions, you can ask me. You can ask, no problem. Any question you want to ask, you can ask. Don't feel shy. Asking question is no problem. Okay, I will ask question. Did you find this presentation useful or it doesn't make any sense for you? Prabhuji, did you find this presentation useful?
Yeah, to realize something correct for
What about you? Did you find it useful? Does it bring some, does it evoke some thought process? Okay. So what do you think now? You think that you should read Bhagavad Gita or no?
yeah, I will read.
So Prabhu wants to read Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
What about you, Prabhuji? You want to say
It was
something?
good. It was good. It's certainly relevant, and I think it teaches people to look beyond your immediate problems. There's a reason why there is a problem. So don't try to think beyond it. So the problem is there for a reason. Don't try to solve the problem that you want to solve. So I think to attain that level, you require some level of not age, but wisdom and knowledge. And yeah, that doesn't come to everyone so often, so easily. It takes time.
Yeah, it is
It's
true.
also only when God wishes that you attain that status, only then it will happen, no matter how much you try.
So, Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years back in Mayapur. And he wished that everybody attains this knowledge. He said, Pratvitacha Jata Nagaradigram Sarvatra Prachara Hoibe Maranam. Means that he wished that in every town and village in this world, people should have this knowledge. So God has already wished for you. Okay. So that part is solved. God wishing part is solved. Okay. Now what is left? What is left is that your effort part is left. Okay. So God wishing part is correct. Without God's wish, nothing will happen. But God has wished for all of us. So He did not pick and choose people. He gave blanket statement that every town and village in this world, everybody should get this knowledge. Okay. So God's wishing part is that. Now only your effort is there. So of course, you said that it takes some intelligence and maturity. I don't deny that. I do accept that it requires some amount of intelligence to understand this. But it doesn't require extraordinary intelligence to understand this. It requires ordinary intelligence to understand this. And all of us have that ordinary intelligence. And maybe some of you also have extraordinary intelligence. I don't have it, but maybe some of you also have extraordinary intelligence. So therefore, intelligence is also not a problem. God's wish is not a problem. Intelligence is not a problem. There's only one problem. What is the problem? The problem is desire. What is the desire? The desire to be happy. Sometimes I say this and people get upset. Our problem is that we don't want to be happy. We say that we want to be happy, but we act in such a way that we don't want to be happy. So between our stated need and our action, there is a gap. And that gap can be filled by the genuine desire to be happy. So, if you genuinely desire, everybody wants to be happy. There's no denying about it. But if you genuinely desire to be happy, then always it is good to give it a shot to understand what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita was spoken simply to teach us how to be happy. So the knowledge is there to teach us how to be happy. So it's better to give it a shot. It doesn't cost any money. Right? So if you can spend some time and some effort into it, I am sure that you will appreciate it with your intelligence. Thank you. So Mataji, what do you feel? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, anybody chants Hare Krishna at any place, it can feel good for them. Because when Mahaprabhu gave the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he specifically gave it in Kali Yuga without putting any condition. Generally, any mantra has some condition, some qualification. Like for example, those who are familiar with Gayatri Mantra, they know that Gayatri Mantra has to be chanted in Sandhya. It cannot be chanted outside the Sandhya. Okay. That is why when we chant Gayatri Mantra, the process itself is called a Sandhya Vandanam. It's called Sandhya Vandanam because you can do it only in Sandhya. You cannot do it any time. If you want to have the effect of that mantra, you should chant only in Sandhya. And then you should also receive the mantra from your father. Nobody else can give you Gayatri Mantra. Your father is the one who will actually give you Gayatri. So, for that you should have some qualification, which means that you should go through some purificatory process, like that. So, like that, every mantra has some qualification, every mantra has some place, every mantra has some time, place, and person. But Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when Mahaprabhu gave it in Kali Yuga, he understands that very difficult for us to have qualification to time, place, etc. So, therefore, he removed all these caveats from there. And then he said, you can chant Hare Krishna anytime, anywhere, in any state of body and mind, you can chant Hare Krishna. So therefore, whenever we chant Hare Krishna, we can feel happy. That's why Prabhupada told, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. God, he said, chant Hare Krishna and be happy.
What is Sandhya?
Sandhya means this is the time where one part of the day is ending, the other part of the day is starting. Like for example, early morning is ending and proper morning is starting. This is one Sandhya. Morning is ending and noon is starting. Afternoon is starting, the noon time. This is another Sandhya. Then noon is ending and night is starting. This is another Sandhya. So we have 3 Sandhyas. So the first Sandhya falls somewhere between 5:30 and 6:30. It depends, but somewhere between this 1 hour it falls. The second Sandhya falls between 11:30 to 1:30. On 11:30 to 12:30, the second Sandhya falls. The third Sandhya falls somewhere between 4:30 to 5:30, 6 o'clock. Yeah. So, the meditation which Krishna is recommending is called the mantra meditation. Okay. Why it is mantra meditation? Because the word mantra itself in Sanskrit means manatrayate iti mantraha. Trayate means that which releases. That which releases the mind from this situation which in this mind is stuck. That is called mantra. So therefore Krishna is recommending mantra meditation. Satatam kirta yanto mam ejantaste dridhavrataha. That is what we are doing. We are doing mantra meditation. When we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we are actually doing mantra meditation. So that is a meditation Krishna is recommending in Bhagavad Gita. Okay.
Is there any specific way to read the Bhagavad Gita? Or like, do I need to get any concept if I was interested in reading the Bhagavad Gita? Is there any specific time, place, or is there anything ritual I have to go through, like bathing first, or not eating, like abstaining from eating before?
Nothing like that. Only thing, you should try to understand Bhagavad Gita from a devotee. That's the only consideration. Because there are many versions of Bhagavad Gita and many people interpret Bhagavad Gita the way they want to interpret. Okay. Like for example, it's very simple. You and me are having a conversation, right? Who asked the question? You asked the question. Who gave the answer? I gave the answer. So if I tell you, you didn't ask the question, I didn't give the answer, does it look logical? So there are people who interpret Bhagavad Gita like that. They say that Krishna is not giving the answer, Arjuna is not asking the question. Okay. There are people like that who write commentary to Bhagavad Gita, that Bhagavad Gita was not spoken by Krishna, there is something inside Krishna which is also inside Arjuna, and all sorts of nonsense they write. So therefore, the only consideration in trying to understand Bhagavad Gita is that you try to understand it as it is, the way Krishna spoke and the way Arjuna understood. Okay. So that is why Prabhupada actually titled his Bhagavad Gita as it is. He titled it itself like that, Bhagavad Gita as it is. So you pick up Bhagavad Gita as it is and then you read it. Generally it is good to read under some guidance. So Mataji is there, Prabhuji is there. They can always help you to read it. It's not that you cannot read on your own. You can read on your own, but sometimes you may feel that you have some question and you want to get some clarity. So that time you can always come and ask them that, I read this, I have some question, can I get some answer for it? They can easily answer you and you can keep reading. The other way of reading is to read in a group. When you read in a group, it is very nice because it is a group of people. They are all sitting and reading together, so each of them can give some input from their side. So you can get some well-rounded view of what is happening. So that's also another nice way of reading. But doesn't mean that you have to read it only this way or only that way. It's not like that. You have Bhagavad Gita as it is. You are going in MRT, you read it, no problem. You have time when you are going on the train, you can open your book and read it. And nowadays it is available on phone also. You can open on phone and you can read it, no problem. There is no restriction. It's not like sometimes people, we distribute Bhagavad Gita to people. Normally when I distribute Bhagavad Gita, I ask them, what are you going to do with this? Some people will say, I am going to keep it in the puja room and do puja. I said, very good, you keep it in the puja room and do puja, but every day you read one page also. Otherwise, there is no use of taking Bhagavad Gita, putting it in the puja room and keep doing puja. What is the use? There is no use. It's nice, but there is no use. So therefore, there is no restriction in reading it. Anytime you can read it, no problem. Okay? So when do you want to start reading?
Today, tomorrow.
Good. Do you have a book? Okay. She has Bhagavad Gita as it is. You please check what Bhagavad Gita she has. You have Bhagavad Gita as it is? Okay, good. Nice. Okay. Any other question, comment, anything? We are all happy? Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for your attention. Now let us do some Damodar Aarti.